briefly first say I was chuckling when you said Senator Kaine acquitted himself well, because you said he only acquitted himself well while he was praising the administration. I think Senator Kaine was acquitting himself well in his totality of his presentation, so that's why I was chuckling. And I would just note for the record that several members of this committee on both sides of the aisle, including myself, have a resolution recognizing the historic and important significance of the UAE-Bahrain agreement. So it's not that we're not prone, because it's election time, not to recognize that which is. But as someone who's been working on Iran since I was in the House of Representatives when no one was paying attention to Iran, and I would say, well, why are you not paying attention to Iran, a country that has huge oil and natural gas reserves and is seeking nuclear power for what? Not because it needs it for nuclear domestic energy, but for its design for nuclear weapons. So I've called it as I've seen it, including in the last administration when I had strong disagreements. But that's not going to stop me now from having, when I believe, strong disagreements with this administration. So let me turn to a couple of questions I have in that regard. Special Representative Abrams, and maybe you can just give me a couple of quick yes or no's on these. Do you agree that over the past 2 years, Iran has moved closer to developing a nuclear weapon?
I would say they have moved a little bit closer in the sense that they've got more fissile material.
That's what I was going to get to. Has Iran increased its stockpile of low-enriched uranium?
Yes.
Has it increased its enrichment capacity?
Yes.
Okay. So is Iran's breakdown time, meaning the time Iran needs to produce enough weapon-grade uranium for a nuclear weapon, significantly shorter than it was in 2018?
I don't know if I'd say it was significantly shorter.
Is it shorter?
In principle, it has to be shorter.
Yeah. So those are all critical elements of when we're considering how Iran is doing vis-a-vis our policy in terms of achieving the ultimate goal.